Have you recently lost weight and you are trying to figure out how to dress better? In today's video, I am going to actually answer that question specifically. I get this question all the time. How do I dress well when I'm still big? Or I am losing weight and my body is changing all the time and I don't know how to dress well. So go ahead and watch this video. We're going to answer that question coming up. What's up, fellas? Welcome back to Effortless Gent. Thank you for being here. If you are new, I am Baron, and on this channel we typically discuss things like men's style tips, how to dress well, how to dress with confidence, and general Q&A, just like in today's video. So if that's something that you enjoy, please hit that subscribe button. So one question that I get all the time, at least once per week, is something to the effect of, I am a bigger guy and I don't know how to dress my body, or I am in the process of losing weight and I'm really excited about it and I don't know how to dress as I lose the weight. So you might be wondering, Baron, do you have any credibility in this arena? Have you ever experienced being fat and not knowing how to dress, or being overweight, feeling uncomfortable in your clothing? Well, I have to let you know that, most of my younger life, I was an overweight kid. I was a big kid. I was big in high school. I was big in college. And my senior year of college, I finally decided to stop being a fat ass and I wanted to make my life and my health better, and I lost a ton of weight. And within the span of, I think it was like a year, maybe 2 years, I had lost over 80 pounds. So I understand what it feels like to be a big guy and want to dress better and not necessarily know how to. Okay, anyway, so these are some of the tips that I have for you. Number one, if it isn't obvious, you have to figure out fit. Now, I know you probably have watched several YouTube videos or read articles about style, and everyone says you have to understand fit and how clothes should fit on you. Well, what does that mean exactly? Like, if you don't know anything about fit, how are you supposed to know how things fit? Well, one thing that you want to keep in mind essentially is that clothing should kind of hug your body, but not be too tight and not be too loose. So if your clothing, if you can put on a shirt, for example, and you can kind of pull it away from your body and there's room, that's perfect. That's what you want. You want a little bit of room in your clothing when you're walking around, when you're moving, because you're going to sit down, you're going to stand up, you're going to move around. Your body gets bigger throughout the day. I always feel like my clothes are a little bit tighter at the end of the day than they are at the beginning of the day. So if you have a shirt that's already tight in the morning, it's going to feel even tighter as you go throughout your day because you're eating, you're drinking water, etc., etc. So make sure you figure out fit in that sense. You want to make sure that your clothing has a little bit of give, but not too much because you don't want it to be too big because that makes you look bigger. And a little bit of give is perfect. And if you have that, then that's all you need. One tip I have for you when you are trying on shirts in the store, you want to make sure you sit down. If you can button up a shirt, like a woven shirt, like this one I'm wearing today, if you can sit down and it's still comfortable, then you know that's a good size for you. Because sometimes when you put on a shirt, it looks good, it feels good, but then when you sit down, it's like, oh, it's really uncomfortable, it's really tight, I can't move, I can't cross my arms, it's really tight around my midsection, things like that. So you want to make sure that that doesn't happen to you. As far as fit, same thing goes with your pants. You want to make sure that in the legs you have room to move comfortably, and that there's a little bit of give here and there. And honestly, I think stretch works really well for bigger guys. Actually, any guy. When you have pants with a little bit of stretch in the fabric, it is really comfortable. So go ahead and look for something that isn't necessarily like 100% cotton. You want to make sure that it's like there's a little bit of elastane in it, or something that has like a stretch property in the pants, because then it'll be more comfortable for you throughout the day. Tip number two, I suggest that you buy affordably. Now, I am all about buying the best quality that you can afford, or saving up a little bit more money to buy the thing that's really great, because that's going to last longer, or you're just going to enjoy it more. It's a more pleasurable experience to use. A lot of products are like that, and I always suggest you spend as much as possible within your means. Obviously, as you lose weight, your body is changing. You're dropping sizes, your waist starts to get smaller, your stomach starts to get smaller, and so you can't really buy the best, because in 3 months, if you continue to lose weight, you won't be able to wear those things anymore. And so you want to make sure that you buy affordably, because you're going to have to replace them eventually. And then when you get to your final weight or your final body composition that you are happy with, then you can start considering like, okay, what do I want to upgrade? What do I want to buy better versions of? Okay, tip number three, as you are losing weight, you want to make sure that you buy the stuff that you wear most frequently first. So let's say, for example, you wear jeans every day and you're dropping weight, and now you all of a sudden your pants are 2 pant sizes smaller. You want to replace those jeans. Even if they're like not that worn or whatever, these are the things that you wear every day, and having clothes that fit you, that you are wearing every day, makes a huge difference in your confidence. It makes a huge difference in how clothes look on you. And since these things are what you wear every single day, you want to make sure that you have the best versions of them in terms of fit. Now, not necessarily expensive, but you want to make sure they fit really well. So, you might think, oh, I should probably buy a new suit because I'm losing weight. If you don't wear suits every day, then you don't have to buy a new suit yet, right? Just buy the stuff and replace the stuff that you wear every day as you drop weight and as you go down in pant sizes and shirt sizes. Just as a side note, I think for men at least, I think this is how it works. Every 10 to 15 pounds that you drop is about a shirt size. So if you are, if you're dropping 10 to 15, let's say you're a normal weight and you're dropping 10 to 15 pounds, you're gonna probably have to change shirts. So once you get to that place in your weight loss journey, just be prepared to start replacing things that you wear more frequently. Okay, tip number 4, it's very similar to what I said in tip number 3, is that you don't want to buy investment worthy pieces yet. Obviously we don't lose weight right away. Sometimes it can take a year or 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. It took me 2 years to drop 80 pounds. You might want to have and set milestones for yourself to, let's say you're 38 waist and you want to get down to a 34 as your first sort of milestone goal. When you get there, maybe splurge a little bit and buy like a nicer pair of jeans that you really like, or a really great shirt that you've been eyeing, because you don't want to wait until you're a waist size 30. I mean, God forbid, what if you never get there? Or what if 32 is where you're meant to be, right? And that is where your body is happiest. So, set milestones for yourself and then hit those milestones and then buy the investment worthy piece that you've always wanted. Okay, tip number 5. Most guys wear their clothes too big. So you want to size down. Just know that when you try stuff on and you are new to this idea of dressing better and finding clothing that fits you really well, clothing that fits well doesn't always feel as comfortable as like a really big, billowy, baggy shirt or like really loose sweatpants or something. Clothes that fit, you're gonna feel them because they are closer to your body. Sometimes you wanna size down until it's too tight in the fitting room, and then you can slowly start sizing up to make sure that you have enough give, like what I mentioned in tip 1. So just keep in mind that if you are new to this, there's a good chance that you are wearing clothes that are too big on you, and that is what you want to avoid. You want to wear clothing that fits well. So keep sizing down until it's too tight, you can't button anymore, and then start sizing up to find that place where the fit is good and there's a little bit of give in your clothing. All right, fellas, I think that's all I got for you. There's 5-ish tips on how to dress better when you are in the process of losing weight. You're still a bigger guy and you're getting smaller and you wanna dress better during your journey, your weight loss journey. So I hope those tips helped. If I missed anything or if you have questions about specific things that I didn't mention in this video, please hit me in the comments below. I'll make sure to monitor them and to answer all the questions as best I can. And if you enjoyed this video, please, if you know someone who would find it useful, please share it. If you liked it, please hit that like button. And if you loved it, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.